Right, now time for another feature on the show. We have a special guest by the name of Tracy Kiss. Some of you may know the name, TV personality and blogger, model and supermom. Thank you very much for coming on the show. It is greatly appreciated, Tracy.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, and today we are discussing the laws of attraction, and I thought no one's better to discuss this than you, Miss Tracy Kiss. You have 150,000 followers on Twitter alone, and you have a loyal fan base. So, can you explain what the laws of attractions are?
Yeah, I guess if you use the word karma, that's probably what's most commonly known.
Yeah.
The way that you treat others, the way you respond to situations, and the kind of energy that you put out into the universe is what comes back towards you.
Sure.
So if you were to walk down the street and smile at everybody, the chances are somebody will smile back to you. They'll say nice words, they'll say hello, they'll hold a door open or something. If you were to walk down the same street with an angry face or to be looking at the floor, people might bump into you. They'll kind of move out your way. They don't want to see you. They don't want to interact with you. And you have like a puddle of negativity around you.
Right, I'm with you. So, like attracts like, that is the element of it. Is that a fair point? Right, great stuff. There's also a saying, only your thoughts and actions can determine your life. Would you think that's a good statement? Or fair statement?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think if you have a positive outlook on any situation, you can definitely turn that around. So a lot of people could deal with the exact same scenario, say 100 people dealt with it, but even if you're going through something tough and you deal with it with positivity, with enthusiasm, actually you come out of it a lot better than everybody else. So it doesn't make it easier, it just makes the process a lot softer to digest, if that makes sense.
Great stuff. Yeah, wonderful. And onto negativity now. So they say like hatred, jealousy is one of the worst human emotions ever. How bad is it for the mind, body, and soul? Those type of emotions.
It's awful. Yeah. If you were to think of a poison, a toxin, you wouldn't go into your kitchen and drink chemicals and bleach things. When you're having nasty thoughts about people, if you're jealous, if you're bitter, if you're feeling angry towards something, it starts in your mind, it increases your heart rate, your breathing can go funny. It takes over your whole body. You may lose your patience with things, you might become snappy, you could be quite rude to people because of it. It just eats away at you like a disease. So you have to rid that negativity.
Yeah. So what ways can as humans do to block these negative thoughts?
I always find it a really good way to deal with negativity is to just take a breath and to think, take a step back from a situation. Perhaps something has instantly angered you or it's offended you or you feel upset. To actually think, I'm not going to react upon instinct. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to collect my thoughts, and then I'm going to approach it with light and peace in my mind.
Valid points there. Excellent. So how crucial is it to live for the moment, live in the present? Because you can spend your whole life dwelling on the past or regretting something. Is it crucial to just let go of something if it's kind of like playing on your mind? Absolutely.
I think the past is the past for a reason. And if you bring it into your everyday, if you're always holding on to the time that you were hurt or the time that you felt scared or the time that you failed, that's only going to darken your day to day. And really, you're alive right now, not in 20 minutes' time. That might never happen. Not 20 minutes ago because it's already ended. Yeah. Right now you're alive and you have to live for the moment.
So the present is the best place to be at.
Absolutely.
Right. And we talked about karma as well. Karma, there's the saying, what goes around comes around. Is that always the case, or is it generally most things come around, go around?
I think you do have to wait a long time for karma. If you are a nasty person, you're treating people badly, it will reflect into your life and bad things will happen to you. That's not to say that bad things don't happen to good people, because obviously they do. But at the same time, worse things could have happened to you. You can make the best of a bad situation when it does come around, but living your day with positivity and kindness towards everybody else, it kind of helps you along your way, really.
Great advice. There's good karma as well, because when you hear of karma, people seem to use that in a negative statement. But is there good karma as well? So when someone, as you say, holds a door for someone or gives to charity, is there a good karma in that sense as well?
Absolutely, yeah. Right. I truly believe that. And I think that the kinder you are without ever expecting anything in return, the more it will come back on you.
Yeah.
And just be a good person and treat people how you would like to be treated and be the change that you wish to see in the world.
Wonderful. And someone who has a bad day, how can they turn this around? So you've got a day and someone who might feel sorry for themselves. How can they make the day the best to their potential?
I think something that we all need is perspective in life. Mm-hmm. And you need to think, even if your car's broken down, your washing machine has exploded with your work uniform in there, or you've had a row with somebody that you really care about. If you were to say, look at the news, for example, there's people dying on a daily basis. Yeah. There are children with terminal illnesses. There's countries where people have no food, or they're dying from diseases that we can so easily cure here at a local GP. And you have to say to yourself, I am so lucky to be alive. I'm in one of the most affluent countries in the world. I have my health. I have loved ones around me. You have to count your blessings. And then suddenly it kind of all falls into perspective, and you realize that the things that upset you today, you won't even think about in 30 days' time.
Yeah. So very valid points there. And on your Twitter, you do say that you are a vegan. Mm-hmm. When did you start becoming vegan and noticing the benefits, feeling better in yourself?
Yeah, well, I've been vegetarian since I was 5 years old, and I never had fish or eggs. So really, to become vegan, all I had to give up was chocolate and ice cream. Mm-hmm. But there's some amazing vegan alternatives. So for 5 years, I've been vegan, but borderline vegan for the past 25 years. It's something that definitely has made a difference to my energy levels, my outlook on life. Dairy is actually something which is, some people are very into dairy, some people aren't. It's a touch and go subject, really, in the sense that it's not essential for our bodies. It comes from cows, primarily, and that is accustomed to a baby calf that is born to gain as much weight as possible to help it to survive once it's born. It's its mother's milk, and humans aren't designed to drink from another animal. Breast milk from a human is what we're designed to have. It gives us our immune system and helps to build us up. But past the age of weaning as a baby, we don't need to consume milk. So when you have cheese or yogurts, dairy products, ice creams and things, the calories that are in that, it bloats you, it makes you feel lethargic, very tiresome. There's no need for that. So you take from your diets, and actually you live on vitamins and minerals and things that are fresh and uplifting, and it's literally like being a superhero. You're just so full of energy and life.
Great stuff. One of the questions was, is it true bad food makes you tired? And I think you might have just covered that in the last question. So obviously you love animals, you love the environment, you love nature. Do you think more people should embrace the environment around them?
Yeah, I definitely think in the next 10 to 20 years, there will be a big shift towards nature, where we have all tried to build a modern society with, skyscrapers and industrial buildings and glass and high tech. We then lose touch with what makes us human. And that's looking back at childhood when you're in the garden, you're playing, there's butterflies, there's bumblebees, there's fragrant flowers, there's trees as tall as the sky. It's all of these enchanting, magical things that make us human. It's Mother Nature. So eventually, once the final car park is built and they bulldozed the last forest on Earth, we are all going to crave everything that we had but never appreciated.
Sure. And you also sport a number of body art tattoos. Which one is most important to you and means the most?
That's a very good question. I have 45 tattoos at the moment, and it's all kind of focused around peace and calm and my family. So every kind of tattoo tells a story and then links into another one. I would probably say my infinity tattoo on my wrist, which is for my family. And it's a loop, a figure of 8, and it's something that is unbreakable, never-ending, unchanging, and it's just something that symbolises we will be together forever.
Wonderful. And what does Tracy Kiss like to do out of the spotlight? Are you into music? I know you're into Keep Fit as well.
I qualified as a natural bodybuilding professional last year when I did my first bodybuilding contest, which was quite exciting as a mother of 2 to be able to turn my hand to something that's so alien to me. I love to meditate, do yoga, I go running, I take the children to climb hills, have picnics, all of the things really that kind of puts us back in touch with nature.
Yeah, very active life then you lead. And I think that really wraps it up. That is so fascinating. And one thing I like about these interviews, I love meeting and interviewing people from all walks of life and learning every day. And it's a natural progression where you learn it every day. And no doubt I've learned from this interview. And our listeners as well, thank you very much for sharing. And
thank you for having me.
If you'd like to share any Facebook links or Twitter, feel free to do so.
Absolutely. It's just Tracy Kiss on Facebook and Miss Tracy Kiss on Twitter.
So there we have it. The laws of attraction all explained. And I'd like to give much appreciation to Tracy Kiss taking time out to be with me on the XLR Breakfast Show, Kent. Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.